Okay, so we are sitting out here by the wife's first fire. And it's her first fire in the mountains. We moved to the mountains from crappy-ass Minnesota. The fuck? Anyway, and yeah, it's her first fire in the mountains. She's pretty proud of it. Anyway, and I figured while we were sitting by the fire having a cup of coffee, I'd show you my knife. So, first off, I modified it a little. Put this on here. It's got a ferro rod, and there's supposed to be a sharpening stone, but unfortunately I can't find my stone, so just imagine there's one in there. Second, this is a Marco Polo Survival knife. Okay. It's got a pretty good blade. Holds an edge pretty good. Nice and sharp. Here, let's see. Here we go. Stick! Bunch. Don't even gotta really push, it's so sharp. See it throwing the shavings? That's a knife. That's how a knife is supposed to be, by the way. I see all these people that gotta like jam it through the wood on these survival videos. It's really stupid. A knife should be sharp. Get it through your heads. Okay. Now, it's called a Marco Polo Survival knife. It's I'm not sure if it's full tang, but it looks like it. I don't know. But holds an edge. This saw thing on the back sucks, so you couldn't cut with it like wood or anything. But it would be good for scaling fish. That'd be good for that. And then this here is a bottle opener. I don't know what the point in a bottle opener on a survival knife is. I'm just going to go out in the woods and buy a bottle of Coke and open it. Come on. Second, it's really good steel. It strikes a ferro rod nice.
Show me down there you go. Really nice.
Yeah. Strikes a ferro rod pretty nice. On the front here, if you take this case off that I put on for the pouch, it's got all of your SOS coding, and it's got a ruler. There's a compass right here, and right here, survival whistle. It's kind of lame, but it works. I don't like whistles. If I'm going to be in a survival situation, it's going to be because I don't want people to find me, so there's really no point in a whistle. Inside the case here, if you can see it.
Wait, I'm gonna zoom in. Kind of. Oh yeah.
You pull this out, and you've got a box.
Cute.
Now, there's supposed to be a survival kit in this box that came with it, but I got this at a thrift store, so it didn't have it with it. So I made my own. However, magnifying glass. Good for starting fires in the sun. Now you lift this little up. Oh, see, there. You've got this little thing. It's kind of neat. It's a fire striker. It strikes like a match, and then it's got a fire starter built into it, so it burns for a while. You've got, this is fish hooks and a couple weights. This is fishing line and a weight, apparently, that got stuck in the line there, but that's okay because when you unwind the line you can just get the weight. And then there's another weight. Here's a sinker kind of weight, see? And there's a couple swivels in here, just in case you might need some swivels, you know. Throw a swivel on the end of that with a hook, and then the fish can't bite it off. This is 550 fire cord. It's probably about that long when it's all unwound. And you got a centerpiece in there that's red that you can start a fire with. Then you've got 4 stormproof matches, the good kind. And then down in here, I've got 2 pieces of sandpaper to strike the matches on, and the fire striker thing. So overall, it's a pretty decent knife. I like it. I don't baton with my knives because I'm not a retard. But, so I can't test it for batoning because, like I said, I'm not a retard. But, everything else it does pretty good, you know. Holds an edge. Does everything else pretty good. So, I'm happy with it. The thing is, if you baton with a knife, eventually that knife is going to weaken. It's going to break. All these people that say, oh yeah, go out and baton with this knife and smack it with a stick. Well, what's going to happen is it's going to weaken your blade after a while of using that for that. And what happens then is your blade will break right across there. Break right in half. And then you're without a knife. And in the wilderness, when you're surviving, a knife is your most important tool. I don't care who you are or what you say, a knife is your most important tool. You can do literally everything you need to do in the woods to survive with a knife. Literally. So, that being said, if you baton with your knife, you're a moron. Now, oh nice, I put that on upside down. Okay, so now, I put this case on here for two reasons. One, it holds my sharpener and my ferro rod, and two, it holds in that survival whistle so it doesn't fall and get lost, even though I don't even want the goddamn thing. It just comes with the knife. So, you know, I keep it a set, whatever.
You made it.
But, yeah, see?
You put it
Bam.
together.
Modified. I modified this because it didn't come with a ferro rod. What kind of survival knife doesn't come with a ferro rod? Right? It's just stupid. So, alright. So, that's that. So now, I went to Ace Hardware the other day, and they had something I found interesting. They had this little hatchet for $19. It's a pretty good little hatchet. My wife actually used it to get a lot of the wood for the fire. And it's kind of thin, you know, about like a knife, but holds an edge really good, nice and sharp. You can chop pretty good. It's got a good handle, cherry wood handle. I like it. It is an Elk Ridge brand. It's got these stupid little wrench things here which don't really make any sense. But it does have a gut hook, so you could skin an animal with it if you had to. And it is full tang, so that's good. You know, nice and... yeah. So yeah, it's good. I like it. And yeah, I'd recommend it, but they could charge a little less for it, you know. Stainless steel. They could charge a little less, though. It's, I mean, you know, it's kind of thin, you know. But it does come with a case, so you can carry it on your belt, which is good. I just don't know where it's at the moment. So, yeah, I mean, if you carried this and that survival knife, you know, carry these two into the woods, you're going to survive just fine, if you're not a moron. So, yeah, I just wanted to mention the fire because my wife is proud of it, and I wanted to show these off, and I've been carrying this now for like, I don't know what, if I had it for like a month?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I tested it out a little bit, and it works pretty good. I like it. I don't like the belt clip, though. The belt clip's kind of stupid. It should be longer, because then you can put it on bigger belts, you know, all that. What if you have a special belt you use for survival? It's like one of those military ones or something. That ain't going to fit it. You know, it's got to be a tiny belt. So, tiny belts aren't really durable, but it works. And the compass, it's maybe accurate-ish, but it's also old, so, you know, what are you going to do, right? And then it's got a thing on the back here where you can put your name and address and all that, but I'm pretty sure if you write your name and then the woods, nobody's going to find it anyways, because you're going to be in the middle of frickin' forest in a survival situation. So, yeah. We made some coffee on the fire. having us some coffee.
First coffee.
What?
My first coffee on the fire.
Oh yeah, her first coffee on the fire. She's proud of that too.
It's good.
And earlier I made her some eggs on the fire. She was obsessed with that. That was pretty good. And looks like the fire's starting to go out.
So,
So, I guess we'll add some more wood here if you want.
yeah.
Do it that way and move that over a little so it'll get in those coals and catch on fire. Move that into the coals.
Put a little bit more.
So, yeah, I taught her a special way I know to build a fire, and that's what came of it. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's our video, so, just, yeah. I don't know who started the whole battoning with your knife thing, but it's really stupid. Like, stupid. Like, why would you want to risk breaking this when it is your best tool? Your best tool. Like, it can do anything. When you could just take this with you that weighs hardly anything, and you can just carry it on your belt, just like a knife. Bang, boom, done. You can frickin' baton with this all day long, because if you break it, at least you still got your knife. Don't be stupid. All right.
Okay, now.
Peace.